Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Decod3rs channels. Tonight we have a special guest, Gary's from GarydotClub, and I think OBS crashed. Sorry about that. Let me restart. So sad out of all starts, but that's okay. I'm just gonna restart. Okay, I don't know why. Since this week, let me come back to you. Now you see me.
Right?
Right?
I see you. Yep, I do.
Cool. So now I can move and chat. We are back. First second, first crash. Let's go. It's gonna be a good one. That's what's up. So yeah, welcome back, everyone. Gary's from GarydotClub. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice. All good. Yeah, except those technical challenges, but I will need to fix that after the stream. So how was your day?
It was good. It started with no internet for several hours.
Oh.
And then we've had some windstorms. I live in Puerto Rico, so we've had some windstorms on the island, and we had no internet.
Damn.
And then I got internet. I had a busy day. We got a ton of stuff going on. Wrapping up the end of the year, so it's been busy.
True. Yeah, like it's like, you know, the calm before the tornado. Literally.
Well, it's the momentum shift of Web3. There's substantial amounts of fresh capital coming from VCs in. They're really hot on social. They're really hot on gaming. We're finishing up the end of Q4, rolling into Q1. So there's just all this energy. Solana's pumping. It's really like you thought at the end of the year you get to relax, but it's like, no, it's like 2024 has already started. Exactly.
Yeah, like, and it's like all of the airdrop money coming back into NFTs and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then like bonk hitting Coinbase today, which was just insane.
What the fuck?
Like just wild what's going on.
Like the whole shitcoin narrative, man. Like I understand, like people, like honestly, like bonk airdrop and stuff. Like if you're all for a year, you make a shit ton of money. I just don't like this shitcoin narrative because there is like literally nothing about it behind like all of the shit. I don't know. Like I don't get it.
I used to do the same thing, but I get the fun, the meme, and the energy. And that's just what it is there's a meme culture.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fun part of it. And it's fun to make money. A couple of days ago, I put 20 Solana into bonk and I checked it right before we got on the stream and it's worth 30 Solana.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah. Like, good. You know, put 20 in, get 30 a couple days later. Like that's a good day for me.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I saw like a Timo tweet from Fract, so Banks. He got like a airdrop. He didn't touch his airdrop, and now it was like 6-figure.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, man? But yeah. What's up? Epiphany 677. What's up? Yes, I've been feeling bonk. Yes, like bro. even on the channel, like my best performing short, it's about bonk.
Oh wow. Wow.
And I published last January. Fucking crazy, man.
There's just energy. I mean, and when there's energy around something, it's hard to stop it.
Yeah, not true. But it's also like one winner for like 1,000 losers, right? So yeah. Anyway. But bro, okay, talk to me about you. Like, who are you? What are you cooking? Like for the Decoders community that don't know you, like please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Gary Henderson. I've been in internet marketing for a really long time, since like the early 2000s. Like a really, really long time. I've kind of done a little bit of everything. I did a lot of tourist marketing. I've worked with a lot of brick and mortars. But in 2013, I made a shift to podcast hosts, authors, speakers, kind of people like Tony Robbins or the big motivational people. My clients were people like Lewis Howes, Eric Worre, Gabby Bernstein,
that's cool.
People like that. So I worked with that segment of the audience for about 6 years, learning, running an agency, and I did pretty good. I mean, we peaked out at $2.5 million a year in service billings.
That's cool.
We charged, our retainer was 90 grand a year. And we had about 35 or 40 clients.
That's cool.
And we were a small boutique niche agency that helped course creators, authors, influencers monetize their personal brands online. So it just fit.
That's good business, man. Okay, V, I see you in the chat. Like, our yearly subscription is not a yearly subscription. It's going to be a retainer. That's what we're going to do. That's cool. Okay. And
yeah,
like,
and then in
what
like
are you
2019, I decided to kind of take a shift. I got kind of tired of dealing with clients. I saw what was happening is we were working with clients and we would generate results, and then we would finish like a big push, a launch, and then they would say, well, we want to go on pause for a couple months. Almost like in Web3, founders mint out, they go buy a Bored Ape, they change their PFP, and they go buy a Lambo, and they're done. That's what was happening. We would go in and make a couple $1 million for the clients. We would make our $7,500 a month, whatever, and then they would want to go on pause until next launch next year. And I just started to get frustrated with the journey. And I had never built my own personal brand. I approached Lewis Howes, which he had the School of Greatness podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a big one. Okay. It was one of the top 50 at the time podcasts in the world. It was a client. We'd helped his journey. And I approached Lewis and I said, I want to host a podcast under the School of Greatness brand.
Nice.
And he kind of looked at me and laughed. And he said, go do something great. And it was kind of one of those moments because I thought I was doing something great. I'd helped him launch his inner circle. We were doing about $2 million a year out of it. I'd helped him grow his business and all these things. We were his agency for 5 years. I thought that was great. But in his mind, I wasn't Gabby Bernstein. I wasn't Brenda Burchard. I wasn't a Tony Robbins. I wasn't at that level. And that's when I realized that kind of running an agency wasn't what I wanted to do for the long term. I wanted to build something that was a little different. And I started building my brand. I landed on Clubhouse in 2021, started building there. I wrote a book. Here's a copy of it. So I wrote a book about Clubhouse, a business book. It was published internationally. You could get it in bookstores all over the US by Hay House. And I built a community and a loyal following. I launched a social token in 2021 and then started building in the creator economy and Web3 from that point on. And we've been building there ever since.
Nice. Okay, so is your goal is to become like the Tony Robbins of Web3?
My goal is to build the Patreon of Web3.
Yeah, okay.
My goal is to build the technology that runs the communities of Web3. And my goal is to make a big enough impact that my legacy lives far beyond me. Now, if that's Tony Robbins, I mean, maybe. We just signed a pilot with the team that runs his virtual events, and we're piloting blockchain technology there.
Okay.
So maybe, maybe there's a lot of alignment with a Tony Robbins-esque brand in the future. But for me, it's about making the impact first. Tony got where he's at because he changed so many lives.
Yeah.
And he continues to do that. So I've got to go through that journey before I can ever consider myself close to that level, because we're like they're like that. Like I'm here, there, he's there, because he's done that way more than I have.
No, and that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, that's what I like with Web3, right? Like, if you in your community members, like, they make money out of your project or like get any values whatsoever from it, the win. Like, that's the best mission of Web3. And if it's financial, it's cool.
It bothered me. I went through a divorce in 2015, and I was paying for a mastermind, and I was paying $30,000 a year to be part of this group. And out of that group, I was making about $500,000 a year.
Okay.
Business networking, right? Like I would go to business meetings a couple times a year, meet up with like-minded entrepreneurs, and we would do business together. They would be my clients. And when I started to go through my divorce, I couldn't make the meetings. So it was $30,000 a year for like 4 meetings a year. And I just couldn't make the meetups. And I canceled. And I wouldn't have canceled, but I also didn't want to pay $30,000 and not go to any of the events. But if I could have owned the NFT and held the NFT, made it through my personal struggles and journey of going through divorce and getting life stable, I would have came back. Or maybe my schedule would have opened up and I could have made one of the sessions throughout the year, and I would have went to one of them and stayed a little bit engaged because I owned the NFT. But that didn't exist for me. It was pay $30,000 for the whole year or don't be included at all.
Yeah.
And I had to choose not to pay the $30,000. I wanted to change that.
That makes sense. Web3 NFTs make so much sense in like creators economy. It's insane. It's maybe one of the best use case of like NFTs. like with the club, the communities, and like the ownership of you ticketing, basically.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
think so too. I think it puts everything in the people's hands, and I think we can get creative with it. You know, a lot of the people that I talk to, they get nervous because when you hit a resale market, then you have this, you know, how do I make money? Basically, if I give it away or I sell it for cheap or whatever, and I'm not the project that goes to the moon, how do I keep making money? And we built models that allow people to sell things to existing holders. So if you own the NFT, you qualify to buy the next thing, whatever that is. You know, other projects do it, right? They say if you own the Bored Ape, you get the merch drop. We say if you own the NFT, you get the coaching, you get the membership, you get the package. You pay maybe a discounted rate. Maybe the public pays $100 a month, and as an NFT holder, you pay $100 for the whole year, and you've got the access. So it's not, we're not trying to build a system that's strictly collectibles like a lot of the profile photos build. We're trying to build a system that puts crypto in creators' wallets consistently every single day.
Yeah, and you can have like a huge marketplace of like that can provide you like other NFTs from other projects, advertising, and the advertising platform basically. That's okay. So we are definitely on the same. That's cool. Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, we built like crypto merchant accounts so you can sell any product, program, or service with crypto. We built unlockable content on our social network. So when you're cruising the feed, you can click the button and pay with crypto to unlock a piece of content. And then we're taking it other levels of live streams and stuff like that that you'll pay to get access to. We gated Telegram and Discord, so private roles and stuff like that, so you can have private memberships. And then we took it one step further, and we took the Solana, the Ethereum blockchains, and we unlocked Web 2. So own the NFT, add to Beehive. Sell the NFT, remove from Beehive, because we connected the blockchain through our API to Zapier and fully unlocked 5,800 Web 2 apps.
That's massive. Yeah, the Zapier integration is quite smart. It's cool. Yeah,
it's easy, it's simple, it's fun, and you can query our database. We have 28,000 users. So you can hit a button and you can say, does this person own a DeCod3rs, or does this person own Utes? And if they're in the system and they're in the segment, it'll give you the result really quickly. So you don't have to worry about all this, you know, showing your wallet and all this weird stuff. We've got event modules. We've got the whole system built to take the blockchain and make it mainstream. That's
impressive. Okay, I love that, bro. I love what you're building. I need to spend more time in the Gary clubs. That's cool. Okay, so you have all of those like basically Web2 creator economy model, token gated with like Solana, crypto, whatever. So you have that. You have your Gary token also, which is like the token of your own platform, right? How people earn it?
Yeah,
do they have to watch to earn?
Yeah, let me back up one step. We built a piece of technology called Social Connector. That's like HubSpot, Salesforce, something like that. The first client of Social Connector is GarydotClub. So that's the ecosystem that I'm building. So we have two things. We have Social Connector that's going to power a ton of Web 2 communities coming into Web 3. And then we have GarydotClub, that's the Gary system to showcase. So imagine I'm a home builder and I tell everybody I can build beautiful houses, and everybody's like, well, show me. I either have to find someone who wants to pay for all the upgrades and all the beautiful house, or I go build my own house. And I say, come in the door and let me show you all the cool things that I can build. So that's what I did. I created my own home, GarydotClub, to show off the technology that's going to power all these creators moving from Web 2 to Web 3.
Okay.
So we use Gary Coin, and you earn it by using our protocol. We give out daily rewards every single day. We're paying 300-ish creators a day right now.
Okay. That's cool.
We have about 28,000 users on the platform. And you earn every day. We have a point system, and you do different activities like engaging in posts or growing your supporter program or filling out your proof of work, or we have like an AI accountability coach and engaging with that, all these things. And when you do all these things that are geared to help creators make money, then you earn points. And if you get 15 points a day, then you earn rewards that night. And the more points you get, the more rewards you get.
That's
pretty simple model.
That's cool. Okay, and I'm interested by your like Web2 connection, like because you're bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3, right? But like for real, how does that work? Like, is that like any friction from Web 2 to Web 3? Like, do they need a wallet? Like, it's completely transparent, right?
Yeah, it's easy. Have you ever opted in to download like an ebook or a lead magnet or something?
To Garry's Club?
No, just any place on the internet. Just put your email in to get like a free gift. You've ever done that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you've ever done that, then you would have a wallet at Social Connector.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way we build our system is if you go to any landing page, any opt-in, anything in the world, we create a wallet for any email address that exists in the world. So for example, register for the Zoom, and we will use our API or Zapier to create a wallet for you and drop Gary Coin in your wallet.
Okay.
Register for the Beehive, and we can create a wallet for you. So the model to onboard Web 2 is really simple. One of our OGs, he minted like 60 Giraffe when we originally minted, owns a company called Powered by Sage, and they do virtual events. They've done $875 million in revenue for their clients in virtual events.
Yeah.
Since COVID. 3 years. They've done this off of about 113 events. Their model is really simple. They bring Tony Robbins into a studio, and they put up all of these monitors to let Tony see the entire audience. And they pair and pull all these Zoom rooms together so you're in a seamless setting. Where to Tony, he's broadcasting like you and I are. But he can see the entire audience on screens and monitors everywhere.
That's cool. And the margin on this business is insane because it's zero cost.
Exactly. It's studio costs, and you fly in all your speakers and all that stuff, but your guests don't have to fly in. So what we're building is really cool. When you register for the event, you will get a Social Connector wallet, which is our technology. When you go to log in for the event, you'll log in with Social Connector. And when you log in with Social Connector, you'll see a gamified leaderboard. You'll see offers that you can buy. And we're creating a non-financialized crypto token. There's no liquidity pools. There's no anything. It's a gamified event token. And we're using the blockchain to gamify the event. So the technology's written that while you're in the Zoom, we know when you're there and we know what you're doing while you're there. So we can take random snapshots during the live event and reward you for being in attendance. You stack up rewards points, SPL tokens, and you use those to unlock VIP experiences and all of this stuff through the virtual event. And it's all happening without any wallet confirmations. It's all happening. Just click the button and unlock it. So you show up, you take rewards, you do your actions, you do what you need to do, you earn, you're on a leaderboard, you get gamified things. The only way to unlock the experiences are if you collect the tokens. So you can't buy the experiences.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so if you take like the question in the other way around, why do you need Web3 to do that where like a Web2 platform can also do it? Like what do you unlock with Web3?
Yeah, so we unlock decentralization. And I think it's really, really important. I believe that if I want to offer a discount to someone else's community, or if I want to partner with them, I should be able to do it without their approvals.
Okay.
So when I'm able to look and say that Tony Robbins token is this token, and I know all the wallets and all the holders that have that token, I can now use the blockchain to market to those people. And with the new, I don't know if you're aware, but the new regulations that are coming out with email marketing in February of 2024, if they don't open your email in 30 days, you can't email them anymore.
Oh my God.
So you know, everybody's busted their tails creating email databases and all this stuff. Nobody has a great open rate. But if they don't open your emails for 30 days, it's considered spam now. So Google's cracking down, Yahoo's cracking down. So all of the email clients have said, these are our new rules. And if you don't stick to them, we're sending you to spam. Well, we do tokenized emails. So we have a 50% open rate on our emails because they include a token. Who doesn't want to open and see how many tokens you got? We also gamify the email opening process. If you open the email, we reward you with tokens. So when you're leading up to your event, right, you register for your Tony Robbins event. You register for your who your favorite influencer event is. I don't care. You you need, you're 3 months out and you're getting the follow-up emails and you need to go book your hotel and you need to book your flight. All of these things, you're stacking up rewards on chain. And then when you show up at the event, all of your stacked up rewards are there. You've got all this stuff you can unlock. You want to go into the VIP reception, great, click the button and unlock it. You want to go to the special breakout, great, you've got enough points, click the button and unlock it.
That's cool.
So it's very much like an arcade, but you're at a virtual event. We're calling them tokens because that's what they are. You collect tokens and you redeem your tokens for the things and the fun things at the event. Now, these events also sell offers. They'll sell like a $5,000 or $10,000 package, right? So most of these events, they're trying to make an offer and they're trying to sell something. So we'll let those tokens, if the event host wants to, be redeemable for discounts on the offer if they choose. So if you show up and you participate and you're active during the whole event, you can redeem your tokens to get maybe a $500 discount on the offer, maybe a ticket for next year for free.
That's a perfect use case
for free. Yeah, and it's all on chain. It's all on Solana, and the technology we built runs completely gas free. All they need is an email address and a password.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so looks like 40 people watching. How many people like what they are hearing? Show you were here by clicking on the video too.
Donald, it's one of our giraffe. He's in the chat working it hard.
There is also like people watching via the Decod3rs players. So like I don't have like the like and comment button there, but they're also earning views. So yeah, if cool. Any giraffe want to earn views, look at the Decod3rs project. Okay, that's amazing. What's your current business model right now? Like so you sell events and then that's basically
our current business model is we're building. It's honestly we're building. We put a lot of tokens out into the world because we needed to figure out how tokens worked. Our business model is we help creators take the step from Web 2 to Web 3. And we have like a platform fee, very much like an OpenSea or a Tensor. We charge 1.5% in the middle of all of our transactions. So we pull a platform fee of all the usage. Yeah. We charge for community launch tokens or consulting or things like that. I have coaching programs inside the community that people pay for. We've done a couple launches of tokens. We have received a very nice size grant from a DAO to build. So we got like a $280,000 USDC grant to build some tech. So we've been focused on, rather than trying to build a monetization model for us, we've been focused on building the tech that we need to take this to market. Now, with that said, we're talking to VCs and we're talking to, it's that time for us in our journey that we've got a really great MVP and we're showing it off, and the people we're showing it to say they've never seen anything like it. It's the coolest thing they've ever seen.
Especially with like the bull market coming back. Now that's the good time to raise because like the speculation on the investment can even go higher. That's cool. Good job, man. That's cool. That's exciting.
It's been a lot of work. It's I worked hard whenever we were in launches, but I've never worked as hard as I've worked now. And we're envisioning. So when you're on X and you're cruising the feed and you're looking and this person posts this and this person posts this, we integrate the blockchain in there. So Gary posts this, Donald bought a giraffe, this person just submitted their proof of work, this person just registered for an event, this sent coin to somebody else, this person just bought coin from somebody else. So you've got this rapid feed of all of the activity that's happening in the entire ecosystem, all tapped into the blockchain live. So it's this moving engine that's never existed before. No one's ever combined user data, user-generated content, with blockchain data in the same feed to not create more work for creators, because you get a brand new ecosystem, right? You got to create content. That's work. Creators don't want work. Yeah. So we created activities that when you do the activities, it publishes you to the feed, which in turn grows your audience, grows your exposure. Like you schedule an event and everybody starts RSVPing for your event, and there's notifications going out all over the platform that people are registering for your event. Then you start to trend, you'll come up in our algorithm higher. So it's a fun ecosystem like that.
That's cool. And by every action, you're also like increasing retention. Like every participant like swap some Gary Vee, like buy, use it, whatever. And then like every time you buy something, then there's a higher chance that you come back to the platform. That's cool. Do you have like a retention KPI? Like, do you know how many people sign up and then like buy their first private lesson or something?
We don't watch that right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you real numbers. We have 28,000. You happy with that? We have about 500 unique holders of Giraffe. So we're a small community. So 3x that to me is just great.
Yeah.
You know, as Giraffe keep growing, we found like the flow is really simple. Creators come in, they monetize, they start making money at GarydotClub. They have fun, they grab a Giraffe because a Giraffe gets them 15 points a day, and you need 15 points to qualify for rewards. So they grab a Giraffe, they put the Giraffe to work for them, and they get free Gary coin every night because they have a Giraffe. And then they just create like normal, and they're not worried about points because they know they have the minimum baseline. Like on X to monetize, you've got to get 5,000. Yeah. So if X said, if you have premium, which is $22 a month, you're monetized automatically. Everybody would buy premium because you don't want the threshold of not hitting your 5 million. Or having to go comment jack just to hit it and produce low quality content or engagement hacking content to hit the numbers. You would rather just produce quality content. So if they gave us a path to pay for us, so we did. And it's a shortcut. That's cool. That becomes part of our revenue model as well.
Yeah. Okay. That's we should have met 2 years ago. I'm high. But no, that's pretty impressive. So on the 20,000 users, you just say how many created content?
We have about 490 creators that have activated monetization on the platform.
That's cool.
We have about 1,500 showing up. So we built something called Proof of Work. And what Proof of Work is it's an AI accountability coach. So every day you show up and we ask you 4 questions. Did you grow your audience today? Yes or no? Did you make money today? Yes or no? What did you do? Whatever you put in there, you put in as much thing as you want. And then how intense was your day 1 to 5? Every day you fill out your proof of work, you get 1 point. You do it 15 days in a row, you get a 15-day streak, you have 15 points. That's the max points. So we have people showing up because when you fill out your accountability, your proof of work, you get personalized coaching back in your email to acknowledge you, to give you guidance. It shows up on your profile. So you're proving to everybody all the work you've been doing. It's a log of everything you've been doing. It's your journal. It's your personal accountability. Set down and reflect. So we have a lot of people that aren't monetized that are just showing up using proof of work, just showing up and doing it, And then that's a way that I learned a lot about, and look, I'm from the US and we have income, like we're very income blessed in the United States. And my co-founder for Social Connector is based in Lagos, Nigeria. And they're in a very different economic status than we are. And as I started to explore Clubhouse and I learned about the economic statuses of different countries, because I just wasn't exposed to it, I'm just being real. I wanted to make what we're building available to everyone. So yes, if you buy a Giraffe, you get 15 points to start your day, and that's awesome. But if you do your proof of work 15 days in a row, which is free, everybody can do it, you get 15 points too. Yeah. So everybody that wants to, no matter what your economic status is, you can activate monetization for like 0.04 Solana, which is really cheap. And once you do, then you're getting daily rewards every day as long as you do your proof of work. And the more active you get, the more engagement, the more Gary coin you earn, and the more money you make. It's really that simple. Everybody can set up payment pages. Everybody can set up subscriptions. We have, I think, the only recurring automated subscription platform built for crypto. So just like you could set up a Stripe subscription, right? Like $50 a month or $5 a month. We do it in crypto.
Nice.
USDC, Solana, Gary coin, it's all automatic. So they can go in and set up their $5 a month subscription if they want, anything they want. We take 1.5%. They get 98.5% of that.
Nice. The gamification it's huge because again, it's increasing like the stickiness on the all app and stuff. Yeah, that's why, for example, Asset Dash is like doing so well because there is like daily tasks you need to do coming back to the app and click on the open your 14 cookies, and those systems are like good stickiness. In the chat, like I'm curious, like what's your strikes for proof of works? Like give us your score. I'm curious about that. Let's see if they are the good boys.
Our proof of work is wild. We get people that we have one of our holders. His name is Edwin. He's from Singapore. And his proof of work is very wise, insightful thoughts. Whatever he's thinking that day. Other people's proof of work is I did laundry. And that's what they put there. Some people, it's a joke to them and they just put X or 1 or dot because they want to submit it just to get their points. And the fun part is it's logged permanently for life on their profile. They can't delete it. They can't change it. And we publish it to the feed. So everybody in the world that's on the platform gets to see whatever you submitted for your proof of work. So if you say I took feet pictures and that's what you want to put there, I don't care. But the rest of the world gets to see it.
That's cool. Okay, but then if you put that, we need proof.
Yeah, exactly. And you can post pictures. And the best part about it is you could do your proof of work and say, I took feet pics. You could post a feet pic and you could charge 1,000 Gary coin to click the button and unlock it, which is about $100. And you would make $98.50 of that. And people are seeing your feet pics.
Do you moderate content?
All automatic. Do what?
Do you moderate the content?
No, we don't. It's completely permissionless.
Okay.
And we're bringing live streams in, fully interactive live streams, and those will be gamified with crypto.
Nice.
We also have Spaces tech that we're relaunching. We built that takes Twitter Spaces, and we airdrop crypto in Twitter Spaces to attendees based on the tokens that they own, and we can intercept the emoji that you react with and tip the host.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. How many people are working with you?
We're a team of 12 now. We've at our peak, we've been at 18 when we were doing our heavy build. We got our heavy build shipped, so we trimmed down to our core team to now go and shop and go to market and all those things.
Nice, that's cool. Okay, in the chat again, another question for you. Like, what's your favorite content that you like to see on the app? Like, I'm curious, like, what do you pay for in a Gary's token? That could be interesting to see what the answer to that. Okay, and like, what would be like your go-to-market strategy? Like, how do you onboard like new content creators, even new users? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, so our plan is to find someone who is not crypto savvy yet, but they're crypto curious. They're a Web2 creator. They have a monthly membership. They're an author. They're a coach. They have a podcast. They have a YouTube channel, and they want to monetize their community or their personal brand.
Okay.
We're going to come in with non-financialized assets, as I was sharing with you, and we're going to tokenize and gamify their community very much like a reward system.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For them, it's completely transparent. Like it's like any other like rewarding program and stuff. That's cool. And there's like 300 days of proof of work straight. That's cool. That's nice. And like I see someone missed one by 2 minutes. Yeah, Peyton. You have to do better. You have to do better, Peyton. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so your main target is like Web2 content creators, Web3 curious, because they have the bigger audience and the bigger reach. Like I was like to fully onboard them into this Web3. Basically, you're doing Web3 without saying you're doing Web3, right?
Yeah, what we found is the Web3 creators, they're trying to, we use the term creator pretty loosely. Creator could be, I'm farming points and I got free airdrops and I'm a creator.
Yeah.
And that's really cool, but that's not what we're building for. We're building for the creator that's growing an audience, that wants to monetize their audience. So yes, every creator is welcome and every creator can come and create and farm and build and do whatever they want. But our strategy is to find someone that has, they're on the path or they're almost there of finding maybe their 50, their 100, their 1,000 true fans. Right. And then taking those true fans and taking them on a journey, building a relationship that lasts a lifetime, not just a minute.
Okay.
Building something that's not transactional. One of the biggest things that I found, like you don't know Lewis Howes, but he's written 2 New York Times best-selling books. He was a top 50 podcast in the world. He's been on the Ellen DeGeneres Show, which is mainstream TV.
Yeah.
He's a pretty big name. Not a huge name, but a pretty big name, but nobody knows him. And that's the problem. So when you start building in Web3, you build a different level of relationship because we know when people pay, they pay attention. But when people own, they take ownership. They show up to the live streams because they want to be here. Right? They're participating because they own a part of the protocol. If the protocol's successful, then we win. If I'm paying you $20 a month, I don't give a shit if you win.
Yeah.
I paid my $20. I'm there to get a service. But if I'm part of the journey with you and I own it with you, I want you to win. I want to boost you up. I'm giving you you need a boost. Like you're crowd surfing. I'm catching you. I'm doing everything because I want you to crush it because we're in this together.
That's dope. I like that. It's a good mindset, and it's perfectly aligning with like the Web3 ethos of like give back, like pay it forward and stuff like that. Okay, I like that. Yeah, and can't wait for like the Web3 people to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and become super fans.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want people that want to be there. You want your core fans. I mean, that's honestly what creators want. I think the average creator would be happy if they made a comfortable living and had a community of people around them that they vibed with. And just literally had fun doing what they love to do, whatever it is as a creator. I don't care if you're a creator and you go on hikes or you cook or you do Web3 content. I don't care what type of creator you are, but just be a creator, do what you love, have fun, make enough money that you're happy, unlimited. I don't care what you make, and do with it what you want. It's really my philosophy. Like we don't have these charitable missions. We don't have any of that stuff. It's I want to put as much money back in your pocket because maybe you want to give to your local charity. Maybe you need to give to your mom. Or maybe you got some bills. But if I'm saying like, oh, we're taking, 20% and we're giving it to this charity and we're doing this, like, no. Like if you go into Web 2, you look at Patreon, you look at Gumroad, they're taking huge percentages. You look at OnlyFans, they're taking 20% of creator revenue. We take 1.5. That's it. And we use our protocol that we all win together on. So you could literally collect Gary coin at a certain price, hold it, and that price could change. I can't tell you that price will go up or down, but I can tell you that price could change. And if that price changes in the north side, then you make more money. Yeah. I did that. I charged someone at one point in time like $400 worth of Gary coin, and I held it until it was worth like 2,000. And I sold it.
Dope.
Because that's what you get to do.
Yeah,
it's crypto.
Yeah. Okay, bro, that's cool. I love what you're building. I'm gonna sweep the floor. I need a giraffe. I'm convinced. I have to check it out.
It's cool. It's a fun system.
Do you have like any older success story like that come to your mind, or like any creators that you have on your platform that?
I'll tell you about Gino. Gino's in the audience. He's the founder of Drive. He's the top token in our communities. And Gino was an elevator engineer. So he's based in the Netherlands. He played a game on his cell phone and he met this person that he calls Granny that lives in the UK. So hear me out. Granny, we call her Nona. She's in Clubhouse learning from me and listening to me while she's working. We're minting giraffes. So she's telling Gino, you got to come mint these giraffe. I think it's something big. Gino's an elevator engineer. So he comes and mints giraffe. He's in his 20s. He's grinding, working. Comes and mints giraffe. First year, made over 6 figures as a creator.
Yeah.
Because what we found, and I told him, I said, look, you're smart and you're savvy. We have a community of people that need to build Discord servers. Would you like to build Discord servers? He said, yeah, I could do that. So he went on his own and learned. I helped him put a package together and he sold to everybody that needed a Discord server. Because when you get in communities, if you find a service that the community needs, you can sell to the community. Like a good service, a good offer. That's how I made a lot of money. I would go join those masterminds. I would offer my service to everybody else in the group and they would all hire me and I would give good results. And Gino did that. So Gino's been able to Drive as our #1 community or creator ran token. He's right at the top of our leaderboard as a creator in our ecosystem. He's running a tokenized car detailing studio in the Netherlands. And he's doing partnerships with companies like Fiat.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's congrats, you killed it. And what's up with Granny now? Like what?
She's still there. Weird Nona. She comes in. We call her Granny. She wears her giraffe and she has a blast. She lives in the UK. We've got a very global community. We have holders in Singapore. I think we're maybe 15 or 20 holders in. I can tell you, we built towers, and these are people where we know where they live. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 holders in Nigeria. We have about 20 holders in Puerto Rico. We have about a dozen holders in the UK. We have about 25 holders in the Netherlands, and then just a ton of people in US and Australia and all these places. So we've got a pretty global community that's kind of all over the place. They're doing meetups. So like the Giraffe on Saturday night, they're doing a social with the OK Bears in the UK to do like a little Christmas meetup. We had a bunch of Giraffe that went to Breakpoint. They do the Netherlands Giraffe. They do sushi dinners on a regular basis. So it's started to build its own global culture. Yeah.
Become a zoo.
Where are you based? Where are you based?
Right now I'm living in Malta, but I'm French.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
it's
so the NFT Paris studio, the thing that they built, the co-founder of that's a Giraffe.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're like the current chief information security officer of the NFL is a Giraffe. The chief marketing officer of Tony Robbins' company is a Giraffe.
Nice.
The former chief information security officer of the Federal Reserve in Atlanta is a Giraffe. So we have a very diverse group of people that are following along with our journey.
That's cool. I love it, bro. It's nice. Exciting. And like, where do you see like 2024, like taking the project like next year? Like, why are you going? What's your goal?
Yeah, we want to onboard 100,000 creators to Solana next year.
Let's go.
Really simple, really easy. We want to make it easy for them. We want to put their first crypto in their wallet. I was on an onboarding call with the Solana community the other day, and they believe what I believe, which is the first crypto that goes in someone's wallet is a gift, where it's earned.
Yeah,
it's not something that they're going to pull out their credit card and go buy, because that's KYC, that's a process, that's a journey. But someone is likely to maybe join an Engage to Earn or a Learn to Earn program or protocol and earn a little bit of crypto, and then they'll figure out what to do with it from there. Right? Then they'll start to explore, and that'll get their feet wet. We feel like Powered by Sage, and that's just one partnership. They've seen in the past 3 years, 638,000 attendees. Their events that they run are B2E, business to entrepreneur. The mass majority of those entrepreneurs, 638,000, we call them creators.
Yeah, makes sense.
They are creators. They're creating content on Instagram and Facebook. They're running a Facebook group. They got a membership. They're trying to write a book. They're trying to get a YouTube stream out. They're trying to, grow their podcast. So that's 638,000 people there, and that's just one partnership.
That's gonna be a great platform because it's a highly targeted audience too, right? Again, it's like TikTok. Like I'm hooked on TikTok when I create my first video, and then I come back the next day because I'm gonna push another video, and I'm gonna to scroll into 200, right? Like if you have creators on your platform that create content, they will come back to promote that content, etc., but also consume the like other people creator content anyway. So it's a self-serving app in a way.
And they own the protocol. So you go create at X, you go create at Meta, or wherever you create, you don't own the protocol. Here, we're paying you in our protocol token every single day.
Yeah.
You own your piece of the protocol just for showing up and doing what you need to do. So we didn't play the game like Friendtech did of, we promise you these points, pump us, and we'll tell you what we'll give you in the future, because that's not my audience. My audience is not a degen point farmer. My audience is someone who wants to grow their 50, 100,000 true fans. So that person isn't motivated by farming for points today to try to get an airdrop tomorrow. They're motivated by trying to build their community so they make money for the rest of their lives. I believe that most of our quality creators became founders, what we would call them, and they shouldn't have become founders. I think that the thing in 2021 to do was to launch an animal PFP project. And a lot of the quality creators jumped into that in a team role or something, and they got in over their heads. I think if they had a platform like what we built, and they could have built, maybe a small NFT collection of 50 or 100 pieces, and built almost like, I don't know if you know Proof Collective. Do you know them?
No, I don't think so.
So Proof Collective did Moonbirds originally.
Oh, okay.
So Proof was 1,000 membership passes, and it ran up to like 90 ETH.
Nice.
Every single one of the membership passes looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
It was a membership card called the Proof Collective card. Now, Kevin Rose has a big audience and a big following, so he can support 1,000 people. I can't. I couldn't get 1,000 people to hold an NFT that was worth 90 ETH. There's no way. I don't have that audience yet. Right? So this allows us to create, you want to do 50? You want to do 100? You want to do 200? Whatever it is, we can find the right mix for you. It's all point and click. We can launch your version of your membership card, your VIP pass in literally 3 clicks. And we launch the mint page for you, and you've tokenized your mastermind, your community, your fan club, anything you want. So you have your version of Proof. And what he did, and it's a model that works, is he built his 1,000 true fans, and then he took that and he launched Moonbirds, and we saw what Moonbirds did. Yeah. Now we know where they're at today, and that is what it is, and all that stuff. But, right, that's another story. But he also gave up on the project a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. And thank you, Gino, for your super sticker. Thank you so much. You're a good guy. Yes, that's what I want to send you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, bro, like the creator economy in Web3 vertical is like this bull market is going to be insane. Like it was not well deserved in 2021, 2022. And like, yeah, like we just went through like a crypto winter. So like, for example, like I know that Jersey, he has like 30,000 like subscribers on the channel. During the crypto bear market, it went to like 50, 100 people watching his shows. And then like he's already coming back to like 500, almost 1,000 continuous. So imagine like 2024, beginning of 2025.
We've built the infrastructure and the tools. Yeah. See, what 2021 gave us was this insane energy, and we needed to build. Yeah. We needed to build, tools to analyze wallets, and we needed to figure out what wash trading was, and we needed to figure all this stuff out. We needed to have things like Wallet Guard to protect you so you weren't signing malicious transactions. Yeah. Right? We needed the tech that got built over the last 2 years. And now when the next crew comes in, it's way better. You can open up your MetaMask and buy crypto. You couldn't do that 2 years ago. Yeah. You can open up Phantom and buy crypto. You can go to the marketplace and buy your NFT with your credit card. You couldn't do that 2 years ago. I was trying to get people to buy NFTs, and they're like, how do I get ETH? What is ETH, and why do I get it? Like, they didn't understand that there's a different currency, but if like now they can just buy with their credit card, and they don't care to pay a premium because they don't really care. They don't understand the value of NFTs the same way. They want the membership. They want to own the pass.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like the onboarding non-native crypto people to a Web3 application, it's a huge challenge. But if it's a success, it's big. It's going to be massive.
I did a webinar for one of the communities that launched a token with us. He's the largest real estate coaching company in the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Rob Moritz, Progressive Properties. He's interviewed Andrew Tate and all this stuff. He invited me into his paid membership that he's got a couple hundred paid members in to teach and onboard into Web3. I taught for an hour. There was about 125 people there, and I onboarded 120 of them to Web3.
That's cool.
Because all I did was said, how many of you would like some free crypto today? Some of Rob's token for free. Now, Rob's going to give you some insane stuff that you're only going to be able to buy if you have his token. I have it, and I'll give it to you for free. All you have to do is give me your email address. And I put together a job form or Google form that got their email address. Now, I know how long it takes for Zapier to work and how long it takes for the whole system to work. So I just watched. And I said, in a few minutes, you're going to get an email to confirm your account. So I'm on Zoom. People start getting the emails. They start putting in the chat, I got my email. I got my email. I got my email. I got my email. I said, just click the link. And everybody clicks the link. I said, now look right there. Do you have some Rob coin? I got my Rob coin. I got my Rob coin. I'm so excited. I got my Rob coin. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I got mine. I got mine. I got mine. I got mine. 120 or so of the 125 people on the Zoom onboarded to Web3, just like that.
Oh, that's cool.
There's an email and a password backed by their 2-factor authentication if they want to set it up.
Oh, that's cool. Bullish.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's what we needed to build.
That's amazing.
Because we launched, right?
Yeah.
So when we moved to Solana in 2022, we launched and we used Phantom. And the first hurdle was you got to go download Phantom and you got to connect the wallet. Well, that scared the hell out of people.
Yeah.
So we had to fix it. So we built a custodial wallet solution. Right. So every time we find a challenge, we come back and solve it with tech.
Yeah.
And now it's just so easy. No wallet confirmations, nothing at all. It's just seamless. Yeah. We haven't activated it yet, but we have the tech in place that if you're in the United States and the banks are open, we can take your money and we can give you a button to cash out and we can put it in your bank account in 5 minutes for 1.5%.
That's a big if the banks are open, but yeah.
Yeah, if the banks are open, but if not, then it deposits the next morning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just like PayPal or just like that, right? You go and you hit the button to cash out. We have the tech, we have the partnership. We just haven't built it because we don't have a lot of people looking to cash out yet. They're trying to hold their crypto. They want to use it in the ecosystem. But when we're ready, it's one-click cash out to your bank account.
Yeah, it's way easier to onboard people that way than like 6 months after onboarding them, like telling them, oh yeah, by the way, there is a problem with like a wallet connect, so don't touch your ledger for a minute.
It felt so good today to tell the community there's a problem with Ledger, but everything in Social Connect are safe.
Yeah.
Everything is safe, but there's a problem with Ledger. And not that I wanted there to be a problem with Ledger, but our wallet system doesn't connect anywhere else. So you can't, you're not exposed to vulnerabilities.
Yeah, because it's a closed environment. So yeah, makes sense.
And I think that's the future. I really think that most of these ecosystems that built, they'll have a custodial solution in. And I think you'll move across chain, not on ETH because gas is expensive, but on blockchains like Solana, or a layer 2 on ETH, you'll move cross chain and you'll go from wallet to wallet to wallet. And instead of always having to connect your MetaMask or your Phantom, you'll use the in-app or the in-dApp wallet that they give you and interact and engage. So, because I think it's safer. Yeah. Whatever you put in, like even if the protocol, whatever happens, it's not any of your other assets. It's just what you choose to send to that wallet.
Yeah, that's cool. Watch out for like Solana becoming a layer 2 of ETH.
Look, I am so bullish on Solana right now. I just it's just humming. Like it's performing so nice. Yeah. And where they're going next with the transactions, I mean they've tested at like 1 million transactions per second.
Yeah, finance would change everything. But like
it's huge.
Yeah. And the narrative now, like from $8 to 70, it's way more sexier for people to jump in now than telling them, oh yeah, like it's $10 now, but it's going up. Like you have the proof that we can come back from the worst like Black Swan event ever, and still GMI, right? So it's cool.
And that's, so that's what you want. Yeah. I think with Bitcoin, there's over 1 million. I don't know the exact number of wallets that own 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want as many wallets as possible to own 1 Solana. That's just the goal. If we could get 10 million wallets or 100 million wallets owning 1 Solana, man, that's amazing. Such market traction because then they'll just start using it.
Yeah, and with 1 Solana, you can do all of the freaking transaction you want, like for a lifetime.
Phantom posted a tweet today that said, 10 things you can do on Solana for less than $1. And that's just like you can't do anything on ETH for less than $1.
Oh yeah, for less than $10.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's not fun to someone. Yeah, you lost all your money in transaction fees. Sorry, load it up again. Yeah, like you can mint something for free and still be at loss. Exactly, you're so right.
You're losing money on free mint on ETH.
Well, I have NFTs that I want to sell, but I can't sell because there's only WETH offers. And it's more money to accept the WETH offer and unwrap the WETH than the NFT is actually worth. So I just have to hold the useless NFT. Where on Solana, I could just accept the offer and it would be like a fraction of a penny.
Yeah, and you can like send 1 million CNFT as an email. and then go against like the legislation against spam shit.
Exactly, because they're token holders, they're customers.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool. That's dope.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty impressive, man. Like, I'm happy that I use this podcast to do my homework and like talk like directly to founders, because like what you're building is quite impressive, and definitely sign up on the application and like get on board.
Yeah, it's look, we love to support new creators that come in. We've got a really supportive community there.
Nice.
Our giraffe, they like to go to spaces. They like to show up to YouTube. They like to be in the audience. They love to learn. That's them. So when they find other communities that do the same thing, that's what they're looking for. When I'm a degen, and that's just me. So like, I mean, I was like farming Cheeth for Anonymice at the original mint. I minted my mutant. Like I've been full send on gas. I've spent 40 plus ETH on gas. Like that's me. That is not my community. So when I bring degen stuff to them, they're hands off. They don't want to play in the degen space. When I bring other creators, YouTube hosts, newsletters, stuff like that to them, they're just there like waiting to learn, waiting to engage, waiting to react and show up. And that's just the journey that I've learned, that the community I've attracted, they're long-term holders. They're not flippers. They're creators. They're here to build a relationship. They're here to form community, not to just be here for a second and flip and make some money.
That's or like a Solana degen, like flipping for 0.1 Sol.
Yeah. I posted a poll the other day on X and I said, how long do you hold your NFT? I had 100 and some votes. 92% of the people said for over a year.
Yeah.
And that's not normal in other communities. You know, it's like we don't get a lot of volume. When you go look at Giraffe, you'll see we don't have a lot of volume. We still have a relatively high floor. It's like 2.6, 2.7 Solana. But we may only sell 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 a week because we don't get enough volume, but we also don't have people like in every other project. You got a 0.01 Solana floor because there's just everybody's undercutting. We just don't have the undercutters.
I know, so close to 3. So yeah, it's coming. Oh yeah, and thank you, Fuzzy. I love you too. I love. Let's go. Earth. Yes.
There it is.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Well, that's fascinating. Okay, so what's like kind of like your favorite form of content? Like you use on Twitter Space, but like, do you do like a lot of podcasts, video, and stuff like that? And like,
I love audio.
Yeah,
I'm an audio. When I found Clubhouse, I found my comfort in audio. I'm animated. I mean, I'll be on video and I'll sit here, but like I'm animated. I'm all over the place. I like to talk, and I found you build a different level of connection in an audio only conversation. It's not as entertaining to the chat and all that stuff, but you listen differently. You hear the emotion differently, and you're not biased by facial expressions and looks and glancing away and all those things. Because if you and I mean, we're doing an interview here, but if we were doing like a call and you know, I might be multitasking, you might be multitasking, I might go take a piss, you might eat a taco, like all those things. I can't do those things if we're on video. I mean, I guess I can, but I wouldn't. So because I'm on video, and I'm like typing, you're like, where'd you go, Gary? Are you not listening to me? Pay attention. But on Spaces or Clubhouse or something like that. So that's my favorite form of content. I've also written a lot. I use writers, but I'm very verbal, and they write my thoughts and my stories. My wife's helped me a lot with writing. So we had a blog that was very heavily trafficked, and we have our domain name is digitalmarketing.org. So it was one of the top ranked digital marketing websites when we had our agency that we were running. So I've written a lot of content, and I've spoken at conferences, and I like to go on podcasts and talk and all that stuff. I don't do a lot of video. I probably should. I don't go to TikTok much. I don't go to Instagram much.
Come back on the channel, man. Like, you're doing pretty well as a guest. So yeah, please come back to co-host the show. And like, okay. So like, do you see like a future with like video content in Web3? Because I know Twitter, like X, I fucking hate call it that shit X, but yeah, Twitter, like implementing video and streaming, etc. Like, do you see it like as and also like allowing Twitter Space hosts to jump on video like soon, I guess, in a couple of weeks / months, depending if there's any delays. But like video can be a huge vertical because, okay, I understand like the vocal connection like you can have, but like, yeah, even with like the camera, it's like, okay, I saw this guy, like, I'm even like more friends with them. Like you know, there is something again special with the video. Do you think in Web3 it's gonna be like pushed, or like it will be easier for everyone just to stay on Twitter Space?
Yeah, I think they'll use Spaces for video.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a lot more, depending on how they pull it together. I don't know how many people, like if they're going to try to do like, like a TikTok grid where they put 4 speakers together. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think it might change the dynamic of Spaces. True. Because it doesn't feel good if you're on video and you're not doing anything. It gets real boring real fast.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on, like if I'm on a space and I don't get to talk for 30 minutes because I got my hand up, I would be annoyed as hell if I had to look at the camera the whole time. Like it sucks. And it's great in a one-on-one or a couple small group conversation. Yeah. So I think it's going to depend on how they go, but I think that might change the energy of Spaces, where you get 2 or 3 people, me and you, maybe 2 or 3 more. We have a solid conversation that the audience enjoys.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a path. We may bring on like for example, here, that's just the 2 of us. We could have a 3rd spot and a guest come up and we talk to the guest and then they go back down. And I think that's honestly a better experience for the audience in Spaces. People who want to consume content.
Depending if you have like under the nose like camera with the phone and like the guy is talking like that and you only see the bottom of the face, it could be
it's gonna
see some white stuff.
It's gonna suck though whenever hosts tell us like you have to turn your camera on. Like, no, I don't want to turn my camera on all the time. Yeah, and that's gonna be what the hosts accept. But
we can have prepare hosts like that have like camera whatever, and then if you jump and join come up and go down, then you don't need the camera. That can be definitely gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's cool.
They played with it on Clubhouse for a bit. They did kind of like a marquee share at the top that was 1 camera, so it was only the host. You could share your screen. I think screen share on Spaces is going to be insanely popular.
True.
I think you're going to see communities browsing Blur, browsing Tensor, Magic Eden. You're going to see when it's your turn to come up and shill your project's going to be on the Jumbotron. Like, I think that's going to explode in Web3, maybe even more than the camera. Maybe, you're in the little lower right-hand corner with a little circle, but it's like, let me show you this. There's some people on TikTok that teach like financial literacy and stuff. And they're getting 1,000 people live watching them like mark up on a whiteboard.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like teaching you how to go like do foreclosure sales or how to don't want to only be video. Like YouTube's great, but there's not a lot of ways for us to like build relationship unless we're in comments. Yeah. Facebook and Instagram, they're just what they are. They're meta. There's not a lot of ways on TikTok for us to engage unless we're commenting on each other's videos. But we could be writing threads and commenting back and forth and engaging all day long on the timeline and then show up in a Spaces together and have a hell of a relationship. And X is really the only platform that lets you do that right now.
What's happening with Clubhouse? Like, is there still people on there or like, is that dead?
It turned into a group voice chat.
Oh, okay. So WhatsApp.
So you don't do live, kind of like WhatsApp, but it's, say I ask a question, what's your favorite food? All kinds of random people that are in my connections can swing in and answer the question. So when you're listening, it's almost like you're watching Instagram stories and you're flipping through each person's answer.
What the fuck?
And I used a generic thing like, food, but people will say like, what's your biggest dream? What are you manifesting? What's this? They'll, what feature should we build? And it's just this async voice chat that carries a conversation. To me, it's annoying as hell. Yeah. Live rooms are greatly suppressed, so you can't really run live audio, which I loved. I mean, I have almost 90,000 followers on Clubhouse.
Damn.
I have a hell of an audience there, and I just can't get reach anymore. I have a club there, which is like a community that's got 30,000, 40,000 people in it called Gary Club. And I can't get anyone in the rooms because everybody left the platform.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
Like Twitter Space killed Clubhouse, basically.
It did.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember back when Farouk first came on a Clubhouse stage, I was like the first person to bring him up. I remember on Clubhouse when Mr. Beast canceled Farouk. I remember when Jason Kalakanakis, I may have butchered his last name, at Jason on X, when he canceled Mario and got Mario kicked off of Spaces. Mario was a client of mine. So Mario was paying me, and the Crypto Roundtable, the reason why he's hosting it, I gave him the idea to host it because he was going to bring in a partner to host it. And when he got kicked off a Clubhouse, he took it to Spaces.
Which makes sense.
And so Mario subscribes to me on X. Broke and I go way back. There's a lot of ties into that circle. I stuck on Clubhouse too long. I felt some kind of way because I wrote the business book. And I felt like I was like, man, I wrote the book. My publisher gave me a huge advance. I need to be on the app using the app, when I should have cut ties and moved and taken all my strategies to Spaces. I kind of kept creating on Clubhouse and honestly got burnt out hosting a lot of live content and stuff because you host it for 12 people. And it just gets a little annoying sometimes.
Write a book about Twitter Spaces then.
I don't want to write a book, but I'm gonna host some spaces where we've hosted some onboarding spaces and stuff like that. Like when Threads came out, we ran Clubhouse rooms with hundreds of people in it doing engagement farming and hacking on Threads. So that type of stuff's fun, and we're going to pull some communities together. I think there's a lot of people who want to onboard. I find a lot of people who want to be part of something, but they don't want to lead something.
Yeah.
So if they get relatively clear directions, here's what you do, here's how you do it, and our goal is really simple. Can you onboard one person per month? And when you onboard one person per month, one creator, can you ask them if they can onboard one person per month? And if we all do that, then we're going to hit 100,000 people in less than 10 months.
That's the MLM of content creators. Let's go.
It is, but it's just onboard to Web3. Get them a wallet. I don't care if it's my wallet. It can be a social connector wallet. It could be a Phantom wallet. It could be a MetaMask. I want them on Solana, but get them on Solana. Get them a token in their wallet. And that's it. Can you get one new creator this month into Web3? And if you can and I can, then we're all going to be successful because we can all eat the pie. Like Meow from Jupiter, we're all excited about that airdrop. He says we need to grow the pie. We all need to work to grow the Solana pie so we all get to eat better.
Bring the exit liquidity, please. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Or bring the people here that aren't looking for liquidity. They want to use the blockchain.
Yeah.
Bring service providers here so I don't have to sell my Solana to go to government money. I can pay you in Solana and you want Solana. So we're exchanging for goods and services on chain using native tokens rather than stable coins because there's some issues there, but native tokens. And I'm collecting Solana because that's what I want. And I'm excited. So let's just earn crypto. Let's forget paying for it. Forget opening up your account and buying it. I have so many stories of people who say they had to sell their bonk or they had to sell their Solana because they needed the money.
Yeah.
So let's find a way so you can earn as much as you want and you never have to sell it because you never had to take your money to pay for it. Live your life on your government money, your US money or your paper money. And let's find a way to earn crypto so all that's just sitting there waiting for the bull market, waiting for the time that you want to cash out, waiting for the big opportunity. So you get an opportunity to get generational wealth.
Oh, that's dope.
Because you're not going to get it with government money. You're not going to get it working for your job. You're not going to get generational wealth with your paycheck. It's not possible.
And it was like the creators economy, like the sky is the limit, right? Like you get as much money as you are good at creating content. So and
that's what Gary Club is. Imagine you publish a piece of content and you put it out for 10 Gary coin. Which is like right now it's like $1. But imagine there's 1,000 people that unlock that.
Yeah, no, it's massive.
Well, you just made $1,000 off of one piece of content, and everybody's happy because they just had to pay $1 to unlock it. That's cheaper than Starbucks. they're happy, and it's confirmationless. They just click the button and unlock it.
And by using the token, it's also give value to their own token because it's given utility. So then it's a virtuous cycle. So I use it, but my other stack get more value, blah, blah, blah. No, it's cool. It's dope. I can see that.
Exactly right.
Like, okay, so last topic before we like slowly wrap it up, but like hot take about AI in content creation. Are we screwed, or is that gonna be a tool for like to produce even more content?
I think it's a tool to produce even more. I'm using Grok right now, and it is the most insane search engine for X.
Yeah.
So if you ask Grok, so right now we put an offer in today to acquire an ETH project and migrate them to Solana, a relatively large OG project. Do what?
Bored Ape?
No, not that project, not that big. But an OG project that's everybody knows that was in the market in 2021. Let's just say that.
You good?
Nope, not them. But I wanted to figure out what the sentiment was of the community. So I asked Grok, using tweets or posts from the last week, tell me the sentiment of the community. And it gave me all the most important tweets for the last week.
Oh, shit,
so now, right, like you're going to go do content. You need to do research. Where do you do your research? Well, you want to look at X because there's great content creators there. And Grok is the most powerful search engine of X. And it pulls relative tweets and it shows you, it gives you the actual tweets. Exactly what you need. So that's great. I put together my offer letter today to acquire this project. And I used AI to help me write the letter. So I used ChatGPT. I needed that. I use AI to help me put my content plan together. So I suck at like organization and like that stuff. I keep it in my head and I'm good at that. But I don't put a plan together so my team can follow the plan. So I can take what's in my head and I can go to AI and we can produce a plan together, me and ChatGPT. And then I can take that back. And then we use AI for our accountability coaching. So when you submit your proof of work, you get a ChatGPT response back that's all personalized for you. So now we're acknowledging and we're boosting you up and all this stuff, all powered by AI. Our entire system will be powered by AI. I think I'm going to know if you're going to be successful or not as a creator. I'm watching enough data. I know the spaces you go in. I know the tokens you buy. I know what's in your wallet. I know the emails you open. I know your proof of work every day. I know the money you're making. I think I'm going to be able to predict who the next big creators are based on, as long as they give me real data and the blockchain data that we're able to interpret and intercept. I think we're going to predict it. And when we see like you on our platform and you start with like 1 supporter and 2 supporters and 5, and then you get 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 and 50, and AI pops in and says, whoa, this creator's taking off. That's going to bubble to the top in our algorithm. We're going to give you so much energy. It's all going to be powered by AI. That's cool. And I think we're going to be able to predict it all.
I love that. Like honestly, like I also try like to use AI to like reduce my pre-prod like and post-production work, like the whole timeline, like for YouTube video titles, such like SEO tags, even thumbnails, all of that. I want to be completely streamlined with AI, and even like I want like a AI assistant, like while we do like that kind of stream, that can give me like the listening to the stream and give me like the next question, for example, or like the next topic based on what you replied before, etc., etc. Like there is so many possibilities. The end goal would be like to create like hosts, like completely, like I don't know if you saw the tweet, but like there is like a news with like all of the anchors, they are like AI generated. So you have like one news and one anchor, one news, like one anchor. All of them don't exist anymore, and that's amazing. So if we can have like Twitter Spaces with G-Rock, right? From Twitter, that would be cool, bro.
Yeah, I think we're going to get there.
Yeah,
I think that Elon has said that in 3 years we're going to hit AGI.
I think it's coming like this year. Like with like what OpenAI is like teasing.
And that's the
ChatGPT
rumor.
5 would be AGI.
And that's the rumor with what happened with Sam Altman.
And that's exactly
It's the Q star that he discovered it, and they wanted to silence it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Project Gemini that Google came out with?
Yes, bro. Like my
that is
YouTube history.
mind-blowing.
No, it's insane. Like my whole playlist is AI because I need to catch up really fast to produce AI content this year.
You know Matt Wolf?
No. Right.
I'll send you. You should connect with. He's got a Future Tools. He's an AI YouTube channel with about 500,000 subscribers.
Nice. Fuck, that's cool.
He's a giraffe.
Oh, let's go. Oh. Okay. Do you have an AI subbed out?
Look, we need it. I'll tell you what I want though. Yeah. Have you seen the horse races that they do on Solana?
Oh, yeah, like the Finnish.
And you don't know how much I want a stable right now. Everybody's got a stable and I want a stable, but those horses are expensive. I saw Soul Big Brain posted that he spent $200,000 on a horse. Yeah. I don't have that kind of budget to buy an NFT horse to race on a virtual track, but man, I want one so bad.
Depends if you make 2 million with it, bro.
I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, like DeCod3rs has got the DeCod stables and like all these other projects. I said, they got stables. I need stables. We need to have GarydotClub stables. Yeah. So like that type of stuff, man, that's like the AI DAOs and the stables and that stuff. I think that's just so much fun in a community.
Use AI to bet on racing, horse racing and shit. Yeah. And even soccer, like all of the betting industry could be worried about AI because that could be really powerful.
Well, here's what I think someone's going to create. I think there's enough data on chain now that we can map wallets together and we can link all the Anon wallets because most people are sloppy and you can link wallets, right? Like it's just easy enough. So as you're linking wallets, I think we can determine, and I think there's enough data to show signals. And Nansen may be building this to show signals and to watch clusters of wallets when they make movements and to automatically roll you in and follow where they're at, but to get out because you know their typical margin points.
Yeah.
So you know they typically ride at this point. You've crunched all the data and you're trading automatic based on this pool of wallets that's sending the signals back to your AI. So you're getting live signals off the streams. And then, that's where when we get to AGI, that's what I think we're going to do. We're going to let money make money for us because we don't need to go work as an accountant anymore because AI is going to do a better job at that.
Yeah, but then if everyone makes money to make money, then money is not worth anything. So we'll get inflation and shit. And
I don't know that money needs to be worth anything. I think
okay.
Elon has said when we reach AGI, we won't need money anymore.
Okay, bro, we need an episode 2, bro. Like, like title of the video. Yeah, Elon said we don't need money anymore. Let's go for Bitcoin, man. But man, that's a good thesis for Bitcoin too. Because if you have like, all of those, I mean, with AI, we have to go to the basic income anyway. It has to happen because then you will have an employment of like 70% and like the other 30% will be AI hands. And then, so like, it's not true. Bro, I can't wait for 2050.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
I think
cool. 2030.
Yeah.
7 years or 6 years in a month. I think for some reason in my mind, 2030 is just going to be. Yeah. And if you really want a mind blow moment, go do some research on the companies that have been formed in the last 20 years.
Yeah. Second.
Uber. Yeah. The companies that have been formed in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So go look 20 years ago and look at all the companies that weren't here. And now imagine what the next 20 years is going to look like.
Exactly.
The world's going to be totally different.
OpenAI, like OpenAI is not, it's not on the market, but like, bro, that could be like the biggest company ever, like in all humankind. That's the next decade will be interesting. Okay, it's fascinating. I'm excited. I'm pumped. And we're going to create videos about that shit.
Yeah, you're going to create videos. You're going to create content. We're going to consume content. We're going to learn from each other. We're going to support each other. We're going to be part of the same journey together. We're going to, I mean, if you go like the PayPal mafia is pretty interesting to me, the group that originally formed PayPal. So you go look at that. That's what's happening, right? You look at Web3 and you look at what's being built today. That's what's happening right now. We're changing, like we're building the new phase of what will control the world, or at least the world financial system. Yeah,
let's create the Solana mafia, bro.
That's it. I think it's called the Cabal or some shit like that. I don't know how to get in it, but and if I could get in it, I'm in there. I think I gotta buy a Boggle or a Boogle, and that's I don't have 3,000 Solana waiting on just laying around right now.
Yeah, it's
if you've got it though and you want to buy one and send it to me as a gift as being your guest, I'm all for it.
Okay, so everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Was a nice stream. Yeah, no, that's cool. But I mean, like, yeah, okay, so yeah, like 1 hour and we are like almost 1 hour and 30 minutes. We definitely need another show on an episode 2 to talk about a world without money with AI. That could be cool.
Yeah, it will. But it's been a blast.
Let's create more content together, man. Like that could be interesting because like we're similar. Like there is a lot of similarities in our different projects, so that would be interesting to push those verticals together. Even if you're a bit more advanced than us.
Yeah, we have the same hairdo.
Subdown of the shaved people. If you shave, you can enter. But I mean, Gary, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate all of the giraffe that pumped in the chat too. Thank you, everyone. And Gary, again, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Bye.